Rufai Oseni challenges Tinubu. Why negotiate with bandits but Kanu for life? Welcome to EloPace TV. Thank you for always watching our videos. If you have not subscribed, please do so and turn on your notification bell so you will be notified anytime we drop our videos. Now let's get into this matter because it no go pass us at all. Nigerians are on fire this week, and at the center of it is Rufai Oseni. Yes, Rufai, tearing into President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government over something many people have been whispering about, but finally someone said it out loud. Rufai asked a question that shook the entire space. How does this same government give Nnamdi Kanu, an Easterner, a political activist, life imprisonment, yet sit down negotiating with kidnappers and bandits who are terrorizing the North? And he did not stop there. He pressed the matter like someone who has seen enough. He asked, so you don't arrest them, you don't shoot, you negotiate and they walk away freely so they can kidnap somebody else tomorrow? That question touched the nerve of this whole issue, because when you place the two side by side, a peaceful political agitator getting life in prison and violent criminals getting meetings, dialogues, and even safe passage, something no longer adds up. And Nigerians are not blind. People see these things. The release of the Kebbi schoolgirls only added petrol to the fire. Yes, we are all relieved the girls came home alive. That is the most important part. But how they came home raises new questions. The government said the girls were freed through community engagement and security operations. No ransom, no arrest, no consequences for the criminals who carried out the abduction. So the girls are home, but the bandits are still out there, free, untouched, untamed. And if history teaches us anything, they will do it again. Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu's case stands on the other side of the road. A man locked up for life, whether people agree with his ideology or not. And Nigerians can't help but notice the pattern. No Nathan bandit involved in major kidnappings has been arrested or prosecuted. Not one. But an Eastern activist is given the maximum punishment. Whether the government intends it or not, the picture it paints is dangerous, because Nigerians are now asking the frightening question: is justice in this country based on ethnicity, region, or political alignment? EloPace TV believes this is where the real problem begins. Even if the government has reasons for the actions, perception is everything. When people in one region feel targeted, while criminals in another region get discussions instead of handcuffs, trust in the system collapses. And when trust collapses, anger grows. And when anger grows, a nation begins to crack from the inside. This is not just a legal matter. This is about unity. This is about fairness. This is about showing Nigerians that the law does not wear tribal colors. The truth is simple. You cannot preach justice without practicing it evenly. You cannot strengthen national peace by punishing one group and negotiating with another. You cannot fight insecurity by rewarding insecurity. Rufai Oseni has simply said what millions are thinking. And until the government starts showing consistent action, real arrests, real prosecutions, real accountability, Nigerians will continue to believe that justice in this country is selective. And selective justice is not justice at all. And here is where the debate becomes even hotter. Nigerians are beginning to ask whether this entire approach to justice is truly about national security or whether it is about selecting who deserves punishment and who deserves negotiation. Because when you examine the pattern, something uncomfortable emerges, and people are no longer afraid to say it out loud. How do you explain that whole communities in the north have been terrorized for years? Hundreds kidnapped, families destroyed, villages emptied, yet we hardly see actual arrests, trials, or conviction of the men behind these atrocities. Instead, we hear words like dialogue, settlements, and understanding. But when it comes to the East, the hammer drops instantly. Maximum penalty, zero compromise, no room for negotiation. People are not stupid though. Nigerians are watching. And the questions many are asking now is, if a crime is a crime, why does the punishment depend on where the accused comes from? The truth is bitter, but this is the truth. When justice begins to look like favoritism, people lose confidence in the system. And when people lose confidence, even the government good action begin to look suspicious. That is what is playing out right now. A simple rescue mission has turned into a national argument because of how the government handled previous cases. EloPace TV believes the government may not realize how damaging selective actions can be. Every time a bandit walks free, even after killing or kidnapping innocent people, it sends a message that Nigeria has two sets of citizens. One group that faces the full weight of the law, and another group that is met with negotiation and sympathy. That message is dangerous. It deepens divisions, it fuels resentment, and it gives criminals power. Rufai Oseni simply held up the mirror. He showed the government the reflection that millions of Nigerians already see. And until that reality changes, this debate will never stop. Because Nigerians are tired. Tired of injustice. Tired of fear. Tired of watching criminals walk freely while activists rot in prison. One thing is clear. A nation cannot survive when justice favors some and punishes others. Nigeria cannot move forward with double standards. One thing is clear. A nation cannot survive when justice favors some and punishes others. Nigeria cannot move forward with double standards. And if the government truly wants peace, unity, and stability, it must enforce the law equally, boldly, and without tribal bias. Because at the end of the day, justice is not justice until it is for everybody. And honestly, the level of anger in the country right now no be small thing. People are tired. Nigeria don't even wait for newspapers anymore. Everybody is speaking their mind directly on the streets, in buses, in markets, on social media. The conversation is the same. Why is the government afraid of bandits but bold with activists? That question alone carries the frustration of millions. Nigerians are not angry without reason. They are angry because they feel abandoned. They feel like the government negotiates with the people terrorizing them, but punishes the people speaking for them. And that kind of imbalance cuts deep. That kind of imbalance no gel at all. Many are now saying openly that this kind of justice is the reason insecurity keeps growing. When criminals know nothing will happen to them, they gain confidence. When citizens know everything will happen to them if they protest, they lose hope. And a country where criminals have courage, but citizens have fear is a country that is slowly collapsing. People want a government that protects them, not one that pampers their attackers. This is why the reactions are so intense. It is not just about Kanu. It is not about bandits. It is about fairness. It is about dignity. It is about the simple expectation that one Nigeria should truly mean one Nigeria, not one Nigeria with different rules depending on where you come from. Until the government starts treating all crimes with the same seriousness, Nigerians will continue to shout, and they have every right to shout. I say it again. They have every right to shout, because silence is what has allowed insecurity to grow wings in the first place. This anger is not going anywhere. It will only get louder until justice finally becomes equal.